A devastating outcome for a Toronto woman who says the sex assault case against her alleged rapist was unexpectedly thrown out after delays and staffing shortages at the courthouse. The judge calling it an inexcusable state of affairs, a warning that some of the details in this story may be disturbing to some viewers.
The man who raped me will now walk the streets. Will I continue to pick up the pieces of glass that the broken system left behind?
Emily Ager says she did everything right after she says she was raped in her own home almost 2 years ago, reporting the incident to police immediately, pressing charges and gathering evidence. She never expected court scheduling issues to be the reason her alleged assailant would walk free.
I've lost faith in our justice system. I can't even call it our justice system. The pain that I feel could have and should have been prevented.
Last January, Emily had a friend and acquaintance over to her Toronto apartment for drinks. She went to bed around 2:30 while they were still at her place.
I woke up at 6 a.m. And he was on top of me, inside of me. It was pretty horrific. I was frozen. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I feel like I couldn't even see straight. I was petrified, so I just kept myself in the bathroom with the shower on, locked the door. I was very suicidal. I couldn't even process it. And it was just I just want this all to go away. I just don't want to feel this pain. How could this happen to me in my own home where I'm supposed to be safe?
Her trial was scheduled for July 5th, but was delayed to November 7th because of staffing shortages and a lack of available courtrooms. But Emily never returned to court. Last week, she learned the case had been thrown out. It had been over 18 months since the incident, and the defense argued the right of the accused to a timely trial had expired. In his decision, the judge wrote, "For months, trials were unable to be heard simply because of the inability of the government to find and retain staff to keep the courtrooms open." Adding, this case should serve as a chilling reminder that this inexcusable state of affairs must never be allowed to happen again.
This has been happening more and more because it doesn't seem like there's the appropriate funding for the courts.
A spokesperson for the Attorney General calling any courtroom closure unacceptable, writing in part they've offered full-time employment opportunities to existing on-call staff and are recruiting new, permanent full-time staff through $6 million in additional funding.
We need the system and the government to take accountability for what's happened and to prevent this from happening in the future. I think.
For City News, I'm Tina Yazdani.